welcome in everybody. Before we get into this evening's live, and I know I did a live earlier, but I felt like it was an appropriate time seeing that XRP is approaching the $1.33 mark. Now it has hit the $1.33 mark. Who could have guessed and who would have funked that XRP had to come to this level? We've talked about for the last several weeks how this was an inevitable one that lasts about 10 to 15 days, that this was inevitable. I talked earlier today how we had a pennant flag and the technical target out of it. This short target's $1.37. And then the actual target out of this could be all the way up to $1.70 and some change. So I can't say that I'm surprised that this is happening today, seeing that our technical analysis pointed directly at this. It would be an honor and a privilege if some of you that are not in Tom's Army would find the time to pay it forward now that at XRP. And let me say this. We are up $1 a share right now, or $1 per token on XRP. We bought it 34 cents. We bought it 34 cents. 10,000 tokens was $3,400. Those same 10,000 tokens are over $13,000 now. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable right now. So it's been a beautiful thing. Yes, I've been a very busy man lately, as some are saying in the comments. But it's absolutely warranted. We talked about earlier, and I'll get to the best I can with comments. We talked earlier, I did do a live, and we talked earlier, and it had just broken out of the pennant flag, and now we broke out of the wider flag. So if we're looking for some kind of consolidation, maybe we come up to that $1.37 technical target out of the cup and handle formation, and then we hit that $1.37 and then bounce down to $1.24. But technically, the technical target out of, with this pennant flag breakout, the technical target, yeah, we've got $1.49, but that flag, if you measure the flag here, and then the actual breakout occurred right here, if you measure it out, it's like $1.72, I believe, was our target. Let's see, I have it on one of these charts. Excuse me. I don't even know which chart I have it on. I have so many charts. 149. What did I do? Delete the 172 on accident? I had it beautifully set up. Let me see. No, it's not on that one. Oh, right here. Okay. So this is out of the pennant flag. This is the short setup. And we had $1.36.9, and then the technical, the real target is actually up to like $1.73. If we get up there, it really, really is. Is it me or is Tom breaking up? Oh, I'm breaking up. Okay, so I got some good news. I know how to fix this if it's happening. So let me do this real quick. It's just you guys. Okay, let me know if that helped. Phil, UK Phil, did that help? Just out of curiosity. I just want to know if that made it sound better. Maybe I should pull it up on my phone so I can hear this. Blank, welcome in from Dubai. Love it. Branded, welcome in, and thanks for being in Tom's Army for over 2 years with the XRP 589 Moon badge. With the, let's see. Yeah, XRP 589 Moon badge. It's okay now. Okay, so I'm going to have to remember that. If that ever happens, maybe I should just start doing that in the beginning. What will happen when the RLUSD comes into play, the Lord only knows. It's going to bring in a lot of volatility. Phil, thank you so much, UK Phil, for being in Tom's Army for over 6 months as well with the XP Predictor. Rob Holklick, welcome in, and thanks for being in Tom's Army for over a year with the I Told You So badge, and good to see you in here, my friend. Papa Wheelie, welcome in, and thanks for being in Tom's Army for your second month with the Dusty's Outhouse Crypto News. It's Steve on my pseudo account. Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. And I think you've told me this before. I should remember. I should remember next time. I got to take this sweatshirt off. No, this isn't a strip show, but man, is it hot. You know, if we're on OnlyFans, it might be different. But anyhow, let's see. 589, we eat. Oh, man, it's looking beautiful. It's looking beautiful. Juan, welcome in. Mark Caston, good evening, and thanks for being in Tom's Army for 6+ months with the XP Predictor. We had a new member of Tom's Army join during this live as well. Unbelievable. What an unbelievable show of support. Let me get into that new member of Tom's Army. That is unbelievable. And if you are watching, make sure to hit that like button, please, so that YouTube will recommend this live. We can do an amazing job growing this channel. Adam, thank you so much, Mr. Reynolds, for joining Tom's Army for your first month. And I know it's your first month because you have the emoji badge of me being abducted by aliens. You just made me the happiest person in the world. Like, to have me on, for me to be on my live and then you joining and representing and, you know, just appreciating the content that I put out, it means the world to me. Let's see. Driver, welcome in, and thanks for being a very trusted mod, along with being in Tom's Army for over 2 years with the XRP 589 Moon Badge. And if this isn't good enough, XRP Healthcare was up over, look where XRP Healthcare is, 4.4 cents today, ladies and gentlemen. 4.4 cents. Nuno, welcome in. Joey, thank you so much, says Tom, you're killing it. You know, I have a true passion for what I do, because I don't think anybody else can do what I do the way I do it, so I have to do it. And that's not me being, you know, a douche. That's just me being honest. So, XRP Healthcare, we were buying at 1.7 cents. My average is around 2.1, 2.2. I've got 61,000 roughly. In the USA, you're not going to be able to buy it now. At least not for now. Unless you can find a way with the VPN. Anthony, welcome in. XRP King, good evening. Raptor, welcome in. You're welcome, my friend. George, thank you so much for the $6.99 donation. Says, great work, Tom. Wow, thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for that. That is incredibly generous. That's incredibly generous. All the donations and the members of Tom's Army from today or whenever, you know, throughout eternity, I really appreciate it. And look at XRP Healthcare. I don't think that's a Batman top. We're too early in this formation. I'm telling you, one day, we're going to be sitting here, and this thing is going to just, it's going to make our heads literally explode in our laps. Jose, welcome in, and thank you for being a new member here. I really appreciate it. I really, really appreciate it. We're building something special here. Like I said, I know during the good times we have a lot of people in here. I just wish this many people were in there in those days when we had 60, 70 people and we're trying to build, you know, a rational portfolio in the bear market. See, the beauty of this station is, if you're new, we sold the top of the 21 bear market, or the bull market in 21. On XRP, it was about $1.66, and so on and so forth from there. And then we bought back at the bear market, and this particular hold we have is at 34 cents. I had one at 28 that I sold at 44, but then I bought it back at 34 when they officially announced quantitative easing. Or quantitative tightening, I mean, and I knew it was going to be, no, they went back to easing, and that's when I'm like, we have to buy no matter what. And I gave my blessing to buy it all. Prism, welcome in, and thank you so much for being in Tom's Army for your first month with the emoji badge of me being abducted by aliens. But this is XRP Healthcare. It's on the XRP ledger. It's not a brainchild of XRP or Ripple, but it does use the XRP ledger. And the fact that it has XRP in its name, it doesn't hurt it, especially when people are looking to buy cheaper options of an XRP. But it is a big player when it comes to the healthcare game with hospitals and pharmacies and things like that. It's got a long ways to go, but it's going to be something special. XRP right now is ripping it. Hit our target. Congratulations, everybody. We hit our target we've talked about. I told you, or we've said, the cup and handle was inevitable. It's inevitable. It's the target, but do I expect it to just die? Hopefully we just blow past her. I told you, when XRP starts moving, it's going to make your heads blow up. You guys feel it now? Were all those nights that we spent together for the last 2.5 years in a bear market, was it worth it? Was it worth buying XRP at 34 cents now? And now XRP is sitting at $1.36 and you're up almost 300%. How does it feel? How does it feel to buy something when it was $1.10 cheaper? Like, seriously. I told you, when XRP moves, it moves. Not just that. How does it feel to have XLM at 8 cents? How does it feel to have DGB at 0.007? Or even ZIL right now at 1.5, or VChain at 2.4, or HBAR at 4.8 cents. You know, and look, cool thing was VELO moved up today and we bought it at 009, and now it's finally starting to break out. There was 009, 00. I bought it all up and down this whole entire thing. Up and down, left and right, and I'm not missing it this time. You know, and with DGB, I'm so proud of the fact that I actually bought 300,000 DGB this time around. When I had it in 21, I had 10,000 DGB I spent $500 for and sold it for 1,500. If it ever gets back up to 15 cents now with how many tokens I hold, they are so underperforming the market right now. And for all intents and purposes, look how good XRP's held up. XRP's not that far under the 2021 high. Obviously, correction's going to happen. We hit our technical target now. So now that dollar, did we not nail this to the wall? All you have to do is watch the technical analysis. But hey, if you guys want to show appreciation and you guys want to send YouTube super chat, you want to join my channel, you want to share my channel, you want to join Tom's Army, this would be a great day to do it. A great day to do it. We're up 300% almost on our position. Probably about 280 by the time this consolidation ends. So, I mean, this isn't done yet, though. The technical target out of this broken pennant flag, if you measure the base of the flag, if you measure, or the base of the actual pole, I mean, how far do you want to go? I just went from here. You know, I didn't even go all the way to the bottom. I didn't use the first flag that came up. I just went from the new flag. I'm actually going to lower it to about here. And then you can use it either here, which is what I did, or you can take the higher target and say, you know, Tom, technically, once we break the $1.27 high, then you could say, well, you could, but then it gives you, I think, too high of a target. But if you want to go that way, you can see exactly how I did it here. But I still think this pennant flag target is, it's somewhere between, it's about $1.73. If you want to take the top end, it's $1.84. But remember, it's not just the cup and handle. And how long have I said with all of you? And let me timestamp this. I didn't timestamp this, did I, Julie? I did not timestamp this. Ladies and gentlemen, did I timestamp this? Tom, I've been watching you since your content since 21. Since my friend told me about XRP, he had 30,000 tied up in it. He's sitting on 100,000 shares right now. Holy smagolies. Good for him. There's news biz will claim to use XRP and XLM. Oh my God, that would be incredible. Would be incredible. Would be incredible. Apex has best charts on the internet. Sacrifice the hair to get $10. Hey, we'll do what we got to do. I did not timestamp this. TT, no. So, good evening. 8:47 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Thursday, November 21st, 2024. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. You okay, buddy?
You got lots to say.
But XRP here, out of this bull flag, the technical target out of, and let's just be honest here, the technical target out of the 7-year consolidation is $2.22. The ultimate target here is all the way up to $5.49, but that's if it plays true. What we've achieved right now is a very long-standing cup and handle, and let's get to that chart. It's a very long-standing cup and handle that we finally completed. We've had this drawn out for so long, so very long, and now it's finally played out. I remember saying, guys, I know it sounds crazy, but I had these targets up here. The yellow, the technical target was the breakout, and that was $1.37. The handle target was $1.18. Today, I talked about the pennant flag, and it was going to go at least to $1.37. Even though the technical target suggests that if we break out of the flag, you know, you got 149, but then you ultimately have a $1.73 area. So this played out. This is kaboshed. It's over. This is complete. We don't have to reference this anymore because the cup and handle's already played out. Now, remember when we X'd out this chart? And it was our first, oh my God, we're finally doing something. Remember we broke out. Here, let me delete all of these things now. We don't care about any of this because we have different charts for all the levels. But remember when this chart was breaking out initially and we were looking at this formation and we said if we can just get out of this, then we can start worrying about the cup and handle. So we X this out. Now we got rid of the cup and handle. And now it's all about this 7-year consolidation that we broke out of and trying to fulfill the technical target. I'm not saying we're in the promised land yet, but ladies and gentlemen, did you ever think you would see the day? Do I think we'll go to 90 cents or lower? I mean, we're going to have to take out some levels to get to 90 right now. New to all this, bought in at 69 and 79, couple hundred coins. Hey, nothing wrong with that. Good buy-ins. Good buy-in, drop your double. It's about to happen soon. This is the bull run. And the funny thing is the alt season hasn't even started. I've never seen an alt season where Bitcoin's dominance was over 60.5%. At least the start. I mean, there's too much money flowing into Bitcoin. Very surreal, Tom. Unbelievable the work you do. Hey, I appreciate that, Crazy Paul. Someone's got to do it. Someone's got to do it who has integrity. And I know it sounds so simple, but that's unfortunately our biggest problem. We're trying to deal with people that have no integrity. So they're just going to tell us whatever makes them an easy dollar. So now our job today is what's about to pop? And I can tell you one thing that I'm pretty certain is about to pop again. And Tanya, I know you're here, love. Thank you so much for staying on me to buy H-Bar when it was there and reminding me over and over again that I had not bought it when it had broken into my area and that I needed to buy it because I sit with the 12,000 or 11, what is it, 11,222 or 12,222, one of the two. And I sit there from 4.8 cents and it's a beautiful thing and it's because of you. Michael, thank you so much for the $10 donation. And also being in Tom's Army for over 2 years with the XRP 589 Moon Badge. He says, hit the like button. Focused. Yes, indeed. We are very focused here. Laser focused. Laser focused. When do you think altcoin season will start? I mean, you know, I'm saying it hasn't started because of Bitcoin. But at the same time, I suppose one could argue. And now look, for the first time since 2021, or at least for me, it's the first time in 3 years, XRP is officially back in a bull market. I told you, once we got over $1.20 and then ultimately broke that $1.30, now we have to hold it. But we're teetering with the bull market now. If we get over $1.37, I didn't make a trade after taking 200 profits this morning. Just watch the chart all day. There's nothing wrong with that. You make $200 profit today. $200 a day has always been my goal. If you can make $200 a day, that's $1,400 a week. That's $5,600 a month. That's about $66,000 to $68,000 a year just on $200 a day. I can dig that. That was right, Julie. That was always my goal. At least $200 a day. Then if you can make 200, then anything over the top, now all of a sudden you're cooking. Yep. And that's what you should be. And never look at the chart and be like, oh, you know, it went back up. Because after all, like for me, all the swing trading's nice, but I have spot XRP. I have spot everything I talk about. So all of it's gravy to me. It's just a way for me to trade. Oh, man. Remember yesterday we talked in the live about that inverted hammer in the daily on XRP? And we were speculating, and I said, I think this is an inverted hammer. It's just by design. By disguise, it was looking a little bit off. And it's amazing how if you know the charts, it can dictate the news. Look at, the chart was dictating for XRP that it needed a breakout. What happened with Gary Gensler today? He tenders his resignation for January 20th. Can't make the news up, but you can surely predict it in the chart. Wow, 2 new people, Julie, just joined Tom's Army. Paul Neely, thank you so much for joining Tom's Army for your first month. And I know it is because that's the emoji badge of me being abducted by aliens. And that is my face superimposed on that emoji badge. That's incredible. That's incredible that you joined Tom's Army just now. And I know a second person joined with you. So I don't know what I said, but I surely should say it quite more often. Oh. But no, with beautiful consolidation pattern here, it looks like for H-bar. I mean, this looks like something we've seen throughout today, too, with some of these that broke back up for the next layer. Is this more like Ethereum? McMichael, thank you so much for joining Tom's Army for your first month. Also with the emoji badge of me being abducted by aliens. That is so beautiful. Thank you both so much. That is so awesome. It really is. It really makes me feel good to see you guys supporting my work like that. And I know we have the historical evidence now, and I don't think anybody is going to question what we do here anymore. Axel, I'm another one that I'm so glad that I own as many as I do. It's a gut feeling here with these, you know. And I always said I stick to the IoT, the Internet of Things, and the ISO tokens only. So, and I've been very, 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 you know. Wow, Tom, amazing. 105,000. What's 105,000? What I missed, Julie? 105,000. Oh, I must have missed. Oh, bought 100 or 10,000 XRP last night. Great move. It's a great move. It's a great move. Another person joined Tom's. This is unbelievable. Candace Love, thank you so much for joining Tom's Army. Like, literally, you guys have made me the happiest person in the world. I say that if I get one person, I'm the happiest person in the world. We've got definitely more than one person here this evening. Thank you so much, Candace. And that's the emoji badge of me being abducted by aliens. We'll go back into XRP. I'd seen something with H bar. What do you guys see with H bar here? So when we look at H bar, I was trying to compare it because I remember a chart like Ethereum. It came down into a consolidation. See this? If you look at it like this, see how it dropped down into look at this. Let me lower this because this was just me going, hey, if it goes all the way through the end of time, apparently. But this, let's see this consolidation. Just take a study of this real quick. Because H-bar often runs on what Ethereum kind of the pattern recognition. So look at this. Comes up, has a quick drop to support, resistance, support, resistance, support, bullish consolidation. Breaks a nice bull flag. This looks like it's only halfway done. And we know we have a higher target up at 4,000 for Ethereum. We've been talking about this for days. See, I was going to have just Ethereum in my futures with XRP, but I decided after XLM to sell the Ethereum for a $5 loss and flip it all into XRP, which I'm glad I did because it paid me more. It was like, I don't even know the difference, but it was a better percentage, so it paid off, but not initially. It turns out I could have just had Ethereum and then flipped it after. But anyhow, you have that set up. And you look at H-bar, we dropped down. We came into a consolidation. You see this? We dropped down from this consolidation. So we dropped down from consolidation, support to resistance, support, resistance. We're bouncing around here. It reminds me, am I crazy? Am I crazy or does this remind you of what Ethereum did? A slightly different fashion because this came up a little bit higher. But doesn't this look pretty similar here? That's H-bar. One more time. That's H-bar. And now let's look at Ethereum one more time. Now here's Ethereum. Had this setup dropped in. The only difference is this was more layered. We didn't have the big push up and back in. Maybe here, but you had a drop down consolidation. I'm telling you, this feels similar when I'm looking at XLM. And nothing's going to be done 100% identical, but it feels similar. Like, hey, if it comes down to the support structure, maybe we got to take a serious look there if you're a futures trader and have a bounce out of here or something. So I'm watching that. XLM's up 6.8%. We're going to have some kind of consolidation here. Like, XRP might give it all back here. You know, it could give it all back. XRP could give it all back. At least what it just gave you just now. Because now we finished this cup and handle. Now we have no reference point. Rejected at $1.37, which is what you should do. Now we really should backtest $1.24. We really should backtest $1.24 if this is healthy. It really should. It should retest down here. We never retested that pennant flag breakout, even at the deepest level. And like we said in the live earlier, we probably don't have to come here because we have the $1.18 that it was supported on. And then it bounced out very quickly. Now, if it continues to run like this, it could be heavenly. Like, I hope we're sitting here one day and we're like, oh my God. You know, like now all of a sudden we're at $5 or $10 or 20. You know what I'm saying? Because it runs, XRP does it quick. But then it also dumps out quick too when it's done. So, you know, there's the give and take here with XRP. But right now we're in the midst of it. But I still feel like DGB, ZIL, VeChain, these are behind right now. They're not quite caught. Like XRP's so far ahead. For like DGB to be where XRP's at right now, it would have to be at like 13 cents. For ZIL, it would have to be at like 18 cents. For VeChain, it would have to be like at 18 cents. H-bar would have to be at like 50 cents. That's what I mean. Even Stellar's not even... Stellar's way behind XRP if you look at it legitimately. It's only at 28 cents. It has to make up for lost time. It sure does. Oh, yeah, Crazy Pole. Merry Christmas. Devin, welcome back. And thanks for being in Tom's Army for over 1 year with the I Told You So badge. I greatly appreciate that. 359 people are in here right now. Wow. Only 138 likes, though. I think we could do better than that. I do. We could push the content very, very nicely. Help grow this channel. I do appreciate everybody being in here. Let this be a lesson, though, that we need to be in here more when the markets are not this hot. You want to be in here buying it when we were here every single day dedicated, when it seemed like we were doing the same thing over and over on repeat. Any chance to retrace to $1.18? Yeah, there's a chance. First thing you would have to retrace past, though, is that $1.24. $1.24, I would say, is likely, but don't try to short anything. Like I told everybody the last few days, I feel sorry for anybody who's going short because they're probably going to eat their shorts, and they're not even going to be able to eat their shorts because they're going to get hammered. And we were slaughtered. You know, it was a slugfest. Might as well went to the slaughterhouse. So, but the cool thing is we filled all of these targets. So like I can get rid of the lower stuff now. Like, oh no, I can't because that's the rising channel. But it's crazy. But XDC, let's see. No, I mean, XDC is not as far back as everybody thinks. It's at 4.2 cents now. But yeah, it needs to catch up on this move. You're absolutely right. Actually, XDC is ready to pop. XDC looks good. Looks like it could be starting to pull this 5-1 and then 6-4 area. Black Ghost, you joined the copy trading. Excellent. Excellent. This is glad somebody brought it up, one person. This is our recent, you know, this is where we sit right now after today's trade. And look, I always say it's not about the percentage you hit, it's about when you actually buy the right spots. We've only hit 44% of our trades overall, and I've only done this for 30 days. Not even. Started at the beginning of this month. But we're still doing great. So, I mean, I don't know. You join, not one person who's joining is negative right now. That could change on the next trade. Yeah, XDC will pop. The problem is, for me, is I don't have an exchange that sells XDC, and it's painful. Because I don't use Uphold anymore. I have BITUNIX, I have HOTCOIN, I have BLOFIN, and I have Crypto.com. And I don't believe, to my knowledge, any of the three sell XDC. Because if they did, they would be in my portfolio still. So, but yeah, XDC looks like it's about to pop. Big time. Like it could have one of those 60 to 100% moves that it likes to have. Ryan, welcome in from Canada, eh? The King, welcome in Michigan. And you see what Michigan did. We're not going to suck too long in football, the defending national champs. We flipped the #1 quarterback in the country. Just had to offer him $10 million over a few years. And he flipped from LSU. Another right. I'm telling you, we're just going to buy a team now. We got sick of the SEC. Trading with J-Ride, welcome in, and thanks for being in Tom's Army for over 2 years or 3 years with the XRP Diamond Hands badge. And yes, hit that like button indeed. You bought your XDC on KuCoin ages ago, moved it to a wallet before KuCoin blocked US. Excellent job. ADA just popped. Nice. I'm trying to figure out. Lay down. Like, what's TT doing?
I'm afraid to go pee.
Oh, okay. That's fine. Okay. Oh, AAVE is one that I want to see where it's sitting right now. That's one that I have a love affinity with. We'll see. I'm just curious where it's at. 167. It's still. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Oh, thank you, Lord and Jesus. I think I just found my next one. My gut said, look at AV. Do you guys see this? Ooh, baby. Well, I'll be damned. This looks fantastic. This looks like, this is in the daily, too. Look at that. We could probably break this down and have a nice bullish Does anybody see what's going on here? Just out of curiosity, can anybody else see what I'm seeing? Could do something like this too. I think this would be like first layer. Could come out like this. This looks beautiful. This is going to be my next copy trade, I think. Right here live on air. Not because I have to. And it's only going to be a $100 trade because I'm not doing anything fancy. Because I'm going to protect our capital. But I love AV and I feel like it's set up. Now it could come back down. What is this area? Because I'm only going to do a 5x trade. I want to make sure this can roll. So that's about a 5% drop. So that's 25% on 100. So we'll do... Okay. I got to do this. Sometimes you guys are just part of it. And I'm sorry. Because I don't want the whole audience to be privy to this. But I got to go find something real quick. I got to find my phone. Oh, it fell on the ground. I see it. But anybody who's copy trading, you're not afraid to lose because you guys have seen me lose $100 in a day and then make it back the next day or vice versa. But I have to do this. This is just in my gut. This is just in my gut. So AAVE. And I'm just going to do like, good, the person who, somebody was up over $1,000 copy trading me. I'm glad they took out some of that profit. Thank God. Too much pressure there. Too much pressure, my guy. No, it's not. But it's cool to see you took out some of that money. Thank you so much. Because that was awfully a lot of money of profit you had sitting in there. So anyhow, trade. AAVE before it pops off on me because I talk too much. I'm going to do... I like that number. I like that number. I don't know how much it's going to actually give me, but I like that number. 167.85. Okay, so I placed that order at 167.77. Oh, that's not enough. Do another $7. So the total is at 167.77. I did it for 104.67. We're not looking to go broke here, but we're also looking to make a nice gain. So we're going to put the stop loss just to give us time in case it does come down, which I don't think it will. But I'm going to put it at like 146. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What did I take this out at? Oh, it's in 10x. Damn it. All right, so I'm going to close it for a, what is that, a 3-cent profit? I hate to do this. I'm sorry, everybody. Yeah, I closed it for a 0.009 profit because it has to be on 5x. Sorry, that's just the way I do business. So, and I had to close it to do that. That sucks. So I just cost us all a little bit of a fee. That's okay. It is what it is. So it opened at 167.85, 104.40 of margin. 5x trade, and we're going to close it at 1 with a stop loss, that is. I'll say 149. Is that about right? What's this bottom? Just in case it goes awry. That's a 10% drop. So that's 1. Yeah, we'll give it 1. Give it 149. That's a $58 risk. So there you go. That's what I'm risking. And I'm looking for this to play out. It's got 2 tiers. First tier should bring us up, but if it breaks the second tier, that's when we make the big money. So that's where we're at. Looks like a nice flag. Looks like short term. And I'm not forcing myself to get into anything. I seen it on AV. Just something I know very well. So AVE from right here and up. We're looking at $194 if it breaks out. And it plays properly. TT. So that's what we're looking at if it plays properly. With AV. And that's a nice big W reversal, it looks like. Now, obviously, it might not play out properly, but that's what I'm seeing. XRP. With XRP, we're sitting at $1.38 right now. $1.38. Hold on one sec. I gotta go help my son. I'll be right back. How come, buddy? Hi, buddy. Alright, sorry about that. The story of being a dad. It never ends. Alright. Especially when your son is developmentally delayed and like autistic and stuff like that. $1.38. $1.38. I haven't looked at ADA in a while. I wish I could give you a target, but I'm kind of like trying to keep this flowing because my son's walking back and forth. So let me take a minute to catch my breath. So it looks like right here, XRP being at $1.40 or $1.37. We're looking at the move up to $1.49 here temporarily. If it continues to push up. Oh, I appreciate that. I love the background too. I really, really do. It makes me feel at home when I look at it because I can see it in my, obviously where you guys can see me looking. But I mean, the short target here, 140. Man, we're almost up there already. It's so crazy how fast XRP does do this. And it just does it so fast. And we already talked about that technical move for XRP, which is right around $1.49. But then we have $1.72. I think it's on this chart. Yeah, we just got to put this across because I accidentally deleted them. 172. We had this 137, but we already know about that from the other chart. But now let's start looking at this realistically, because this is the pennant flag target. So 172.45 is the pennant flag target. So or the pennant, the actual flag. I mean the pole, not the flag, but the pole. The actual pole, it should bring us up to about $1.72 if it plays out properly. But I think a lot of people right now are bashing their heads through their own brick walls. How many people do you think watched us and made fun of us? And now they're seeing this play out and they're like, oh my. Because, I mean, I know you guys are watching me and I know we've talked about this for a long time, but doesn't it seem a little surreal? And it's not just because of XRP. It's the amount of stuff that we have outside of XRP too. But seeing XRP up at $1.39, it just doesn't seem real. It just doesn't seem real. I would be buying XDC right now if it was on one of the exchanges I could use. But I've asked my audience a ton of times because I don't use Uphold anymore. Oh, 99% for sure. It's been bad. It's been bad. I never faced such criticism besides in 21 for some reason when I sold after we had a new high. A quick look at near protocol analysis. Yep, same with me, Sean. That's where I bought it at 34. Right around that area at 35. On this bear market. It's only nice because we bought it at the literal bottom of the bear market. And we sold the top of the bull market in 21. Like, that's what makes this so crazy. And I did it all live on air. So I have all the evidence going into 21. And then selling it out and losing half my audience because I sold XRP when I thought the run was over. On the way back down. And then waiting so long and then buying it and holding it and sitting through it because you have to know what you look at. Now look, if I were to buy 10,000 XRP right now, it's going to cost me $14,000. To buy 10,000 XRP at 34 cents, it's 3,400. See, now we're back to that talk again. Remember at 34 cents when I kept saying in 52 cents? Man, how did we go so backwards? Like, everybody was so willing to drop at $1.30, $1.40, $1.70, but now it's at 50 cents. Nobody wants it. 30 cents, nobody could care less. It was just an unbelievable dynamic that you could see, and it was the human condition. When things are pumping, we want it. When it's out, when nobody wants it, nobody wants it. Wyatt, thank you so much for joining Tom's Army. This has been an incredible live with new members of Tom's Army. With your first month in Tom's Army, and I know that because it's the emoji badge of me being abducted by aliens. That's incredible. It's incredible. I got 32 after FTX crash. Yep, that was beautiful. People have XRP derangement syndrome. You better believe it. You better believe it. Now, you know, like for me, just watching it, it's almost like, oh my God, because a lot of the sector that didn't listen to me on XRP don't even listen to me. Even the ones who listen to me on XRP are not paying attention when it comes to gold, silver, commodities. I begged this audience to buy gold at 1,600, to buy silver at 16, 15, 17, 20, 22. Even gold, I was preaching it until almost 2,000. And now you look at it, the commodities and everything else, the commodities are the sleeping giants here. Commodities in the time we're going into are going to just go balls crazy. And I already made so much money on it. So it's, Rick's been buying silver since the 80s. Look at this guy. So when we get into this big boom here, which we're going to, you're well positioned. How many kids? 3. 2-step and one of my own. Line. Been with Julie's kids for 10 years, and then my own is 5. Tom Jr. Look at XRP, $1.40. Holy Lord. This is incredible. I knew it was going to happen, but Sean says, I came across your channel about a year ago, brother, and I want to give you your flowers for how you've been covering this for 3 years. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. Yeah, it's been awesome. Yep, I did line. Yep. Yeah, and he's got a lot of stuff. He does speech therapy. He does, in his school, he's got physical, occupational, and speech, because he's in a special needs program at school for his preschool. And then he deals with a lot. He was in a very traumatic accident when he was 6 months old, where Julie wrecked her foot and had like 6 surgeries. Her ankle's basically reconstructed, and they took out her bone, and it's a big thing. But yeah, he was 6 months old, broke his femur, and he had a lot of trauma, and it's taken years to get him back to where he's at. And but he's a trooper now. Most positive little boy you'll ever see. But, you know, like, he's got a lot of sensitivity issues and sensory things and things like that. JNL, thank you so much for joining Tom's Army. This is incredible how many people have joined Tom's Army in this live. And I know it's your first month because that's the emoji badge of me being abducted by aliens. That's unbelievable. And Randad, thank you so much for the, how much is that? Why? Oh, $19.99. You've been an incredible supporter for years. I mean, he's got the what is that? The 589 moon badge right now. That's over 2 years plus, well over 2 years. Hey, Tommy predicted a back test at $1.15, then a push to $1.38, but it only back tested $1.16. Not sure if we can rely on your analysis. You're right. And I said that during the live when it was at $1.22. I said it should touch about $1.15, and it hit $1.16. I remember when it hit it too. It was great. And then we started debating, like, maybe it doesn't need to come down farther because $1.18 was that cup and handle support. It's all an illusion. Thank you so much for joining Tom's Army. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. This is crazy. This is awesome. We appreciate the TA without trying to show sponsors. Nope, you'll never hear me sponsor because I have no sponsors. The only thing I ever show, and thank you so much for reminding me, is if you're trying to buy XRP, that's it. If you're trying to buy XRP, I make it very easy if you're trying to copy trade me and things like that. But remember, just because we're up, maybe this trade loses us $58, okay? I know we're up $500 since November 3rd when I started copy trading with the community. We're up over 300%. I get that. But maybe now is the time when that AV trade goes down. Just because it looks like it's promising doesn't mean it's going to be promising. But BITUNIX, that's where I have my most faith. That's where you can copy trade me, obviously, but that's where I have, I like the leverage trade if I'm going to. Spot and leverage is so cheap. You don't need KYC or VPN unless you send a receipt from a bank account. HOTCOIN, I have my VELO and HBAR on. And then obviously you can leverage trade, but it's a little more expensive than BITUNIX, but there's a lot of options. Crypto.com is where I have my ZIL, VChain, XLM, and then my DGB. And then I like that because I figured out you can use the crypto.com. You can use them with a Visa card and you can load your crypto onto there. And it's like a prepaid card with your crypto. So I'm waiting for that to come in the mail. So I have it set up in different ways. You can send donation, PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo if you're so inclined and you don't want to use YouTube. That's it though. That's the basis of my advertising because it's advertising me and then how to buy crypto. And then you need a KYC to do crypto.com. You need to verify your identity. HOTCOIN you don't unless you're sending or receiving from a bank account. I told you guys, oh my God, look at this. Oh my God, this is incredible. Wake me up. Pinch me. Literally that $10,000 token, right? $10,000 or 10,000 tokens went from 3,500 now to 14 grand or 3,400 to 14 grand right now. Think about that. If you're one of them who bought 10,000 tokens, like I said, when it was at 34 cents, your $3,400 is worth 14,000 roughly right now. And you can do whatever you want with it. If you take $11,000 and you run, is anybody going to blame you? No. This is obviously life-changing money for some. In 21, this would have been a big differential for me. XLM's up 10.7%. It's at 29 cents. Yeah, I think it's 11,222 XLM. I know it's 11,222. It's either that or there's 1,000 more somewhere at 12,222. But buying those at 8 cents, like that's the thing. Like it's not just XRP for me. You know, there's a few others, and it all spawned off of the XRP trade years ago. AAVE is at $169 if we're wondering what's happening with this. Does anybody remember, what did we buy it at, 167? I think so. But this is just one like with the XRP consolidation. I've been waiting for this, and I can't believe that it still hasn't broke out. Like, I feel so privileged that this didn't break out. I was watching this a week ago, 10 days ago, right here. I actually lost $50. No, this is the one I got liquidated in early on in our copy trading ventures. I don't care about talking about bad stuff because it happens to all of us. You wouldn't know it because it says we're up 300%. But within there's been some bigger losses. I remember I made a great trade with XRP, went to bed. This looked like it was coming off a bull flag setup. And then it ended up breaking down while I was sleeping. And I had a 10x trade and it liquidated my $107 or $117, whatever it was. In a 3-hour period when I fell back to sleep before I could wake up. Yeah, Uphold does sell XDC, but I'm not on Uphold anymore. I'm not on Uphold. Yeah, AMP is definitely one that looks like it could run, and I always forget about AMP. Thank you for reminding me. I have AMP on my AMP, sorry, is on BITUNIX. Let me pull that up. That's the only one that I'm not sure how many I own. And I know it's got to be, it's over, I'm pretty sure it's over 200,000. I know I talked to the audience when I bought it. Let's see. 202,986 is what I hold. Where's it at nowadays, AMP? What price are we looking at with AMP these days? 4.6, yeah, it's gone nowhere. I bought it at 0046. I bought it at 0042. It hasn't even moved. I didn't even need to look at it. Because I bought it on this consolidation. Now, no, 004 is where I got it. Because then it went down to 0042. And I'm like, I should have just waited a split second. But yeah, I have 200,000 AMP on BITUNIX. So I'm stacked with this for this run. I have 100,000 VELO on HOTCOIN. So I have exposure to a lot. An awfully lot. You know which one I have a feeling too could move? IOTA. Nice little W reversal here. IOTA looks like it wants to come back up. I think IOTA is one that looks like it wants to come back up too. But you know, that's neither here nor there. But that is IOTA. IOTA does look like it wants to. Let's see. How big of a drop is this down here? Not bad. That's not bad. IOTA is definitely sleeping, though. I agree with whoever said that. IOTA is definitely sleeping. It does, but IOTA does like to sleep sometimes. Until the time's ready to really pop, IOTA does sleep sometimes. Honestly, though, did I see this right on HOTCOIN? Can you buy IOTA and spot on HOTCOIN now? Did I really read this right? Because if you can, when did they do that? You can. When did they add IOTA spot on HOTCOIN, out of curiosity? Huh. That is pretty interesting. I did not know that. Anyhow, back to XRP. 138, 139. I'm always doing business, guys. I'm always figuring out business here. Always. When you watch me, there's always some kind of business going on. I'm always trying to figure out the best way to make money. Hands down. They added it, Rob, a week ago. I knew it. It couldn't have been that long. Damn. Jason, welcome to Tom's Army for over 1 year now with the I Told You So back. Welcome back, my friend. Welcome back, my friend. So what I'm going to do with IOTA, because I want some exposure to it, I'm going to do a 5x trade. And this is not a copy trade. You're not, and I don't think you can copy trade this. This is my own exposure because I want exposure to, I want exposure here. That's all I can say. I want exposure. And, I need some exposure to IOTA, especially with how it looks. I'll probably just do like $150 worth of exposure. We'll see. Hold on. Let me figure this out. I have to figure this out in real time, though, because I'm on here with all of you. And if I don't do it in real time, there is a chance that I might miss out on what I'm thinking. Okay, so I'm gonna, you know, we'll do the all-inspiring number. We'll do the all-inspiring number. So market, it's only a 5x. Okay, here. I'll keep watching and I'll do this in my own time, but I have it pretty much set up. Yeah, I think so. Sorry, you guys are just watching me do this in real time. I apologize. Sometimes I got to do my work in front of my audience. So I'm actually going to do, I think, a 9x because I want to get 10,000 tokens on this. So I have $222. I'm going to do at 9x. Let's see what the stop loss, or let's see where it would be liquidation. 1581. So 16.2 gives us plenty of room to work around this W reversal. Oh, that sounds good to me. I'll be monitoring this myself anyhow, so. So, what does everybody think is going to happen with XRP? Do we think XRP is going to continue moving up here at this volatile pace? Or does my audience think XRP needs any kind of retest? It's got its target that's higher. $1.49 is the next target. $1.49 is next target, so we're right on pace here. So just remember, it's right on pace. Honestly. For some reason, it's not working on the IOTA buy. It keeps saying network error. That's interesting. I've never seen that error before, and I just made a trade, as you guys know. Well, that's okay. I'll worry about that later. Okay. So, We'll worry about that later. XRP Broska, thank you so much for the $19.99 donation. Says the train has finally left the station. Diamond hands. Yes, indeed. XLM price target. That's a good question. XLM is up 10% right now, but honestly, it's just breaking out of the short-term consolidation. Yep, XRP's next move is around that $1.73 dead on. So if you look at XLM, it's got a nice consolidation here, 2-layer setup. But if you look at it from longer scale, whoops. Sorry. Sometimes it gets hard to see everything because there's so much writing going across and I can't see out of my left eye, so it makes it a little difficult. I don't imagine I can do all this and I can't even see out of both eyes. I mean, I can see blur out of my left eye, but that's about it. So when we had set this up a long time ago, we had targets, and look at XLM's hit these targets just like XRP 29.6. It's already hit the rest of these targets. So these short targets have already been hit. Now it's that long-term consolidation. Like XLM, if it breaks past 29.6, then you start talking about these upper levels. I used the XRP healthcare card. I got 50% off. Excellent. Excellent. Yep. It can be used as a prescription drug coverage card. If you don't have prescription drug coverage, even if you do and it doesn't cover certain prescriptions. So I'm glad you got to see the benefit firsthand. It's what drew me into it. When I first seen all of that, I'm like, oh my goodness. Man, XLM looks good though. XLM looks hot because you could definitely say like this is up here was a flag and it created another one here. But even if we just come like, because in the daily, I think this might actually, yeah, it shakes off as one big little. Because XLM, I'm telling you, it's been a long time for XLM. At some point, it's going to rocket up here. We're going to sit here one day and we're going to say, oh my God, it's at 43 cents. We bought it at 8 fucking cents. Mick Shoot, thank you so much for joining Tom's Army. This is incredibly awesome. I don't remember the last time we had a run on Tom's Army like this. It's like the 6th person during this live alone that's joined Tom's Army. It makes me so happy. Because when I started this 3 years ago, everybody pretty much thought I was nuts doing what I do. And I'm honored to say I've never missed a day since I started in March of 2021. Never, not one. And I don't plan on missing any days. I'm only 40 years old. And I take care of myself in a pretty defined way. I fast 16 hours a day. So I can't eat no more today until 12 o'clock tomorrow. And I work out and I do what I got to do. So I'm trying to be here in the best capacity possible. I don't know, man. XLM is on its way. XLM is on its way. This is craziness, the way this is going to end up erupting here. So when we were watching XRP, look at XLM. It's not out of this texture. It's not out of this consolidation. It's so crazy. This is the same layer XRP was on earlier, except it's not in a pennant flag. This is much weirder consolidation. But look at this next move up for XLM would be 34.2 cents technically out of this weird consolidation. I don't even know how else to put it. That's a weird consolidation. This is awesome. This is so awesome. You know how long I had to sit here and do these updates and not beg, but continue to preach the same thing because I knew the message was true and that we just had to be patient. And I kept telling everybody, even though we want to go sub 20 cents, it's not realistic when they went into quantitative easing. That's what stopped it. If we would have stayed in quantitative tightening, who knows how low we would have went in the crypto market. But they said quantitative easing and the Tether Treasury started printing money and it was all over. Holding 12,000, 3XLM and buying more. Excellent. Excellent. You know, you always have to understand what you're buying, and I think you do understand. But I would watch right now. After that big push up by XRP to $1.40, you could have some consolidation. We're going to have different rotations now. Some things didn't run. Maybe the market comes down farther. I don't know. But it looks like right now we're very hot. Certain things are very hot. Bitcoin right now doesn't seem like it goes down at all anymore. It has quick consolidations, and look again. Bitcoin looks like, it doesn't look bad here. If it breaks that 98,714, That's the shorter target here after the 97,369. Then you're clear to 100,000. And this 98,000 is the target out of this consolidation. I was preaching that this was bullish and not bearish. I was preaching it because you want to be in before these push ups. Because now with XRP, let's say you took a long here. Let's say you took a leverage long at $1.35, $1.38, $1.40 because you're like, oh my God, the train's left the station. Well, now what happens if it consolidates back down? You know? And like now I'm just trying to find sectors of the market that have to move. And I could be wrong. And that's why it pulls me into parts like AVE. And this sucker might just go down again because it could come all the way back down. But that looks like a big W reversal that's finally formed on this chart. It looks like it's finally put in what it needs to do. And it looks like it needs to come back up to about 194 to see what it's going to do. But we'll see. I found myself a lot of times in these markets, you've got to wait through what looks like hell in a handbasket up and down and left and right. And then you just let it play out. So I've learned to just buy something, throw the stop loss underneath, and the least amount I look at it, the better. And just let it do its job. Man, this is fantastic. Though just watching all this. XRP Healthcare down 1.7% since the flip, but it had a fantastic day today. So again, these are consolidation moments now. It came all the way up to that 404 target, so it had a big push all in one day. This last part of the push was about 25. It was up about 36, 38% today in totality because it started down a little bit farther. Started around right here. So it started about 3.2 and it ended up finding itself about 4.6 at the top. Right now it's about 4.38. So, but I mean, that's a lot of what I want to talk about. It's been an hour and 2 minutes. Wow, and there's 390 people. That is unbelievable. That is unbelievable. If you are watching, make sure to hit that like button. There's over 110 people, about 110 of you that didn't hit the like button. DGB right now is just over 1 cent. I'm glad to see it back over a cent. I am. We'll see if it has any more consolidation. DGB ends up, makes its moves quickly. And then it usually consolidates back into old targets. And then it ends up pushing more. But we'll also have to watch because the crypto fear and greed index right now is way up. Way up. You know, it's way up there. So, and I talked about what this run when it first started. That, yeah, the crypto fear and greed index, we need that greed to continue these runs. But at a certain point, end's going to meet the road. And then it's going to have to consolidate. So, we'll see how it plays out. But we really do, like XRP now, I can't say it still has one layer left. Because I finished the cup and handle, but it has another leg left to see at the 222. I just hit that like for you, Tom. Excellent. Rob, BITUNIX opens fine for me. Yeah, no, I think there's something going on with BITUNIX right now. Because remember, I tried to open I did the AVE and it did fine. But then when I tried to do the BITUNIX, or I tried to do the IOTA trade, it opens fine for me, but it won't place the trade. It says network error. I've never seen this before on BITUNIX, honestly. And all the times I've been on here, I've never had an error alert. Well, at least it's not just me. Yeah, it's a network error or something. Got out of the long right before it went to network error. Excellent. Excellent. Fortunately for me, mine's just going to do what it's going to do, or I'm going to have the stop loss kicks in, so I'm not too worried about it. My XRP trade and all that, those leverage trades. Oh, it just worked? Excellent. Yeah, it shouldn't take too long. I mean, like I said, I don't usually see network errors, so I was a little surprised. Yeah, I love BITUNIX. I like it on my phone, too. The phone app works spectacularly. At least it works for me, that is. At least it works for me. All right, so let's take a look real quick while we're together still. My voice is getting a little tired. I did a live already earlier. And this is when I was trying to convince my audience it was a pennant flag earlier when XRP was at $1.11. If anybody didn't listen, I bet you wish you listened earlier. It went from $1.11 to $1.40 in like 8 hours. But I want to look at this real quick. I want to look to see the liquidation chart because the shorts are getting abandoned. So not as bad as I thought. 5.9 million in shorts liquidated compared to 2.48 million in longs. Look at how it set up the previous 2 days. And I said this was a bullish situation because you had a lot more longs liquidated than shorts, and it just leads to higher liquidation levels. You had 2 to 1 on short to long, and it was the same thing. And right now they were dominating the long to short ratios. Funding rates were positive, which means, you know, you're paying for the leverage trades. They're not going to pay you to open them. They're not going to be negative. Messi says, press the dollar sign down to the right. Are you talking to me? Oh, how do you donate memberships? I can't. You can't donate memberships on my channel, unfortunately. They won't allow it. There's certain things for some reason they won't allow on my station, and some have suggested because I'm shadow banned or something else, but they will not allow donations to my channel. No, as far as donating to other people for some reason. So, you know, I don't know why. So, but unfortunately, I appreciate the kind gesture, but that is not allowed on my station, apparently. But if you hit the dollar sign, I don't think it lets you donate. I don't think it'll let you donate an actual... I don't know. I don't think it'll let you to actually donate. I know, I wish it would because I think it'd be a great gesture. But like if you hit the donate, it lets you do super chat, super stickers, or then like you can tell me like, hey, I've been a part of Tom's Army like I have 42 months. Look at me, I've been part of Tom's Army for 42 months. I got that Diamond Hands badge. But 1970 Legend, thank you for not only being in Tom's Army for 3 months, but that's a beautiful thing. Messed up because I tried to buy it. Yep, that's unfortunate. I told you, it happens to me a lot, but I kind of roll with the punches. Yep, oh, I know other channels can do it. Believe me, I'm quite aware that it's something that I'm supposed to be able to do. They just have never fixed it for me. Yep, XRP is definitely retracing now. Look at the fear and greed was at 92. It's saying 82 right now, but when it updates, it's going to be 94, I mean, that is extreme greed. So now you got to start looking at stuff that hasn't had the move. You know, where could some money pile into? And in my experience, a lot of times it can find its way. But Bitcoin's not done. That's the thing. Bitcoin is not done. You don't catch flack if you're not over the target, Tom. Fair. That's fair. But look at Bitcoin about to push 99K again. I think the most proud I am is the fact that I said Bitcoin, I don't care what anybody says, is bullish still. And this was not a bearish consolidation as a lot of people suggested. I really didn't. Oh, look at my cat trying to get food. I'm going to go give my cat food. Hey, 1970 Legend, thank you so much for that $50 donation. $49.99 to be exact. Says, the hell with it. I can't buy people donations or buy them a membership to your channel. I'm just going to donate. That's unbelievable. For everybody who always says, Tom, you should charge for your content because I think you should make more than what you are. This is why I do it the way I do it. Look at the pay it forward mentality. You can't expect people to donate if XRP or the crypto is not doing anything to give a return. But when it gives a return, I have very high hopes for most of my audience that will do the pay it forward. And as you can see this evening, we had like 6 new people join Tom's Army. And it's not the typical, obviously. I went months without having 6 people join on the lives. You know, so, but when the time is right, people do show their generosity, especially when the money's coming in, and you can't, that's all you can ask for. If no money's coming in, you can't expect it. Solo's approaching 44 cents. Wow. Unbelievable. Oh, yeah. Unbelievable. But you're starting to see what happens with some of these, man, it's unbelievable, though, when you start looking at some of the stuff. Discord I tried Discord before, but it got ruined. It got sabotaged. Jacoby, thank you so much for joining Tom's Army. This is unbelievable. Yeah, you can get updates earlier, but as you noticed, once it gets set up by YouTube, once they allow it to be put to the public with the advertising and everything, I just release it. I don't try to keep my information from anybody. But yeah, you do get it a little bit earlier by being part of Tom's Army because I can release it to you while it's going through the checks. They put a lot of stipulations on my channel that I fight through, but that's okay. I've been reported by a few people. But you know, the great thing is in my lifetime, my like percentage is over 98%, which is considered extremely high for how many videos I have. Which is awesome. You've got yourself a new member. Thank you, Tom. No, thank you, Jacoby. I really appreciate that. Really appreciate that. Like I said, I mean, at some point for XRP, I think $1.24 would be a good retracement. If I'm just talking and we don't break through and go right to 149 and 172, I think 124 is a fair retracement. I think it's fair. Because that was the pennant flag eventual breakout. Not the short-term pennant flag, but actually when we hit that resistance the second time came down. Because I could see us backtesting here. Because this could stop us from having to backtest $1.18. King says, Tom, you're doing a great service. You are appreciated. I appreciate that. And the person above, I'm going to read your comment once it comes back on. I got to get going here shortly, though. I've been on for quite a long time. An hour and 11 minutes. Wow, we almost have 400 people here. Unbelievable. Baltimore says, Jess here, just found you, not saying anything, folks. Jess, it was at 55 cents. I could have gotten in. Now it's at $1.14 to $1. Yep. Exactly. And that's why when it was at 50 and 55, I said, I can't tell anybody what to do because I bought at 34. But I even said yesterday or earlier today, I said, I can't tell you to buy right here at $1.11. Because I bought at 34 cents, but this pennant flag, I guarantee, is going to $1.37. It's inevitable. It has to. Because the cup and handle target and that pennant flag, unless they manipulated it, it had to. Hey, we'll be able to roll soon with the Tide once again, Michigan. I mean, as you can see, we're flipping all the SEC con. What's T doing? Oh.
Do you want me to look?
No, I can. I'll walk in there. Hold on, everybody. Okay. Sorry about that. So, I just wanted to go check on my son because he fell asleep. I knew he was going to. That's why I went in his room with him at the beginning of the live. Because he was really tired. He had a GI doctor's appointment this morning. And then he had his speech therapy, so I was busy. Don't be a mag holder when 9 million comes in and shorts it. That's what you guys can do whatever you want with your holdings. You can do whatever you want. You got a significant return now. You can make your own educated and informed decision, and you can make your own decision. I can't make you buy or sell, just like I couldn't make you buy at 30, 40, 50 cents. Nor would I want to. I want it to be everybody's decision who's actually trading, because you don't want anybody else to dictate what you're going to do. I wonder where Gala's at. Gala's actually formed into a pattern now, though, so it's easier to see. That was the technical move up, which it already fulfilled. So that's why a lot of these are becoming difficult, because they fulfilled the pattern. At least the initial target. But this looks like more of an ascending triangle here, so it should fill it out. This should fill it out with It should fill out something like that. If it breaks down, well, you know. Actually, I wanted to see one more thing with this. Because there could be, it could opportune here a little bit more, but basically everything I see here is what I was looking for. So, I mean, the way it's set up, the only thing I could do is it can invalidate this W. And then with H bar, I know we're close to with H bar. It's trying to get out of this consolidation. It looks like it's starting to try to break more towards the positive side here. So it's going to be an interesting night here, ladies and gentlemen. But like Julie said, the girls have school tonight. I'm going to log off because I don't want to be too loud. The girls have school in the morning. But I'm XRP Future Millionaire. Thank you all so much for tuning in. It's been a beautiful hour and 15 minutes. This was the second live of the day. So I'm going to end it here so everybody can get some sleep in my house. Have a blessed evening, and thank you so much. I truly am so grateful for each and every one of you. I really, really am. But gotta let the